Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Boss Fight Live. We're going to give everyone a couple seconds to get in here. We are streaming across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter or X, whatever we're calling it now. So whichever platform you're on, feel free to ask your questions and we will get to as many of your questions as we can. They do come through into our platform and we can see whatever you guys are sharing, liking, all the good engagement. But we have a lot of fun things to talk about today. We definitely just got back from PowerCon and it was an insane time. So we have lots and lots of catching up with everyone to go. However, for those of you who are watching, was anybody at PowerCon? Did you stop by our booth? And definitely put in your comments of what was your favorite thing that you bought. Let's see, we've got a bunch of Boss Fight fans. A nice surprise. Let's see, we've got...
Somehow we managed to have a team of us who did not go to PowerCon.
I know. The PowerCon team this time around was Fred and Tony and a good friend of Boss Fight who went and helped us out. The people here somehow managed to skip this one convention. But we did get all of the feedback. Hey, Patty, nice to see you. Oh, hi to everyone. All right. So we're going here. Before we jump into PowerCon updates, I think we've had a number of things in the last week and a half. Trina, one of your brands, you and I did a Boss Fight Live a few days ago. You want to give the quick highlights on that one?
We talked about strawberry shortcake, which just arrived in our warehouse, and pre-orders, I believe, are all shipped, so they're live. We announced Wave 2 as well as a sneak peek to some possible villains. That was pretty much the highlights.
Yes, and that video is on all of the platforms recorded if you do want to go back and rewatch the strawberry in detail. There were some really exciting things there. Let's see. We have a request for Zorro updates, and that was one of the things that we were going to talk about next. Eric, you want to hold some things up?
Yeah. Of course, the next wave of Zorro is Mask of Zorro, Elena and Alejandro.
The package is too reflective.
Yeah. I'm like,
the light, yeah. And I think you have the Gay Blade as well, right?
yes. And of course, the 2-pack of the Gay Blade in this fancy VHS-esque packaging.
And so I think the big update is that those literally just arrived at the warehouse and pre-orders are going out starting tomorrow, I believe. So, it'll take us a few weeks to get through pre-orders as always. So a little bit of patience, but they are on their way, which is really exciting. So yes, your pre-order will be going out shortly. I agree, Ralph. Those do look amazing. That Gay Blade packaging is so much fun in hand.
I need all of the colors listed and shown in that movie at some point.
Absolutely. Let's see. Well, Andy, we're sorry we missed you at the convention because you have COVID. Boo.
Ooh.
But we're glad you didn't go to the convention and spread it. So lots of water and feel better. We might even suggest rewatching Zorro the Gay Blade. All right, let's see. What other news do we have? The Fanaticos Wave 2, Eric.
Yes. Fanaticos Wave 2. I don't have those with me. I could grab them.
That's okay. Those are also arriving imminently at the warehouse, and pre-orders will be going out very shortly for those as well. We have so many containers arriving, guys.
We're a small company, so when we get a shipment of product at our warehouse, everybody has to pitch in and unload it. So we're all still sore from unloading 2 containers last week.
2 40-foot containers
A
this
lot of
last
product.
week.
There was one
Yep.
the week prior or 2 weeks prior, and then there's another
I think it
one
was the
on
week prior.
Yeah, and then Andrew, there's another one coming. Do you want to share what's on that one?
I don't remember. You'll have to tell me.
I don't remember even when they tell me the day of.
The Power Stars blank.
Yes, the Power Stars blank. Yes, that one will be arriving very shortly.
Let's see. We also have the Juicer just got on the water. So that is on its way. Andrew's showing off this amazing packaged juicer. He is so cute. Let's see. We're getting some requests for a bunch of lucha stuff. We're going to do a separate whole wrestling because that is how much we have to share on Boss Fight Wrestling stuff coming very soon. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I think that was the big stuff that's like here shipping or about to be here.
Yeah, we had the one announcement from San Diego.
Well,
Do we
that's
want
what
to
I
go
was
over
going to
that
get to
before we
next.
get to PowerCon?
Fine, Andrew, go for it. San Diego, we had one big announcement.
Yeah, I guess I'm just impatient. So yeah, we're working with the very nice people at Red Sonja, and we have the Red Sonja license. Right now, there's one 6-inch figure in development. It's going to be compatible with the 6-inch scale Epic Hacks. Yeah, I think people are going to be really excited when they see it. Going to be a little ways off before we're ready to show that one.
Yeah, we announced it basically as we were starting work on that license.
Yeah.
So that one is really exciting. So that was our San Diego news. And then that kind of brings us to PowerCon, which is really what we're doing today, which was to recap all of the insane stuff that we shared at PowerCon, because there were a lot of reveals. And let's go right ahead. Fred happened to grab this. You can see Tony at our booth. And if you start to look at the photo in detail, you're going to see a lot of the stuff that we announced. So let's jump in. We have a lot of reveals. You can see the Fraggle Doozer here that we just talked about. He is on the water to us. So that was one of the big reveals there. But we also showed off the first round of test shots for the Fraggle Wave 1. Andrew, you want to talk about those?
Yeah, so here's our Doozer 2-pack with Cotterpin and Architect, Red Fraggle, Gobo Fraggle, and Uncle Traveling Matt. Those are in pre-order right now. And we're just fine-tuning the tooling, all the fit and function and everything like that. Yeah, they're moving along well. Hopefully we'll have some deco to show off soon. And I believe we're looking at like a December, January arrival date for the finished product. That's where we are now. It may change, but that's where we are. So
absolutely. Let's see. The other thing we showed off were the deco samples of the 10th anniversary nights. Eric, how excited are you for these?
I'm pretty happy with them all. I really like them, and I actually have the samples here to play with, and it's the new Knight of Asperity, the new Knight of Accord, and for the first time in the line, the Lord of Asperity as well. And,
you know, and I think one of the things we kept hearing when people saw it in person was how much or how excited they were about the gold. Because I think in some of the early images we released, the renders, it looked a little bit yellower than the true gold, because that's a hard one to come through in a render.
yeah, metallics are always really hard to do in a render or even by hand. It's the the paint that the factory uses is so different than what we have access to here. So the things like that and stuff. I mean, it's a lot different now from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when the prototype was always nicer than the finished product. It's kind of the opposite now. We can't even get the prototypes to look as nice as the finished product.
And I think there's some big news around the Lord of Asperity as well, because we have not pre-ordered that one to date. And we are going to drop pre-orders for that on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
And this one is a more limited run, correct, Eric?
Yeah. We ordered less of him. I don't remember the numbers, but yeah, we did order fewer of him than we did of the Knight of Accord and Asperity.
So if he's one you're excited about, definitely jump on that on Wednesday. And let's question here. The new hearts and thighs are for the 10th anniversary figures.
Yes. So yeah, the figures are assembled differently than they used to be. Parts are a little different. These have the new thighs. They've got the swivel. They have the spherical joint in the ankle. They also have a different. They have a lot more movement in the waist and the torso. So yeah, we've kind of upgraded our build for our basic figure, and hopefully as we go forward, we'll slowly kind of upgrade tooling as we can.
Absolutely. And I saw a couple questions pop in around the Greek 10th anniversary. We did not show off pieces of that at PowerCon, but do you want to give an update on that?
Yeah, I can give an update. We have they are coming along. These are first shots, so I mean they work. Their parts, the parts that can be interchangeable with the old blanks, are still interchangeable with the old blanks. Not every part can be exchanged with some of the new updates we've done, but most of them can. So yeah, Euryale and Athena and the Roman soldier, they're all coming out really nice. Tons of detail, just really cool. And so yeah, we should be seeing painted samples soon from the factory.
We're seeing a lot of love for this Greek wave, so that's awesome. And before we jump to the next slide, let's see. Jimmy says he wants to give a big thank you. He really appreciates all of our work, but he just got wave 1 of Saurozoic, and they're great. So Saurozoic, we had done a boss fight live a few months ago when it came in stock. So wave 1 is in stock and shipping. Andrew, I know we didn't give an update at PowerCon on wave 2, but they're moving, right?
Yeah, and we did take the wave 2 test shots of Saurozoic.
Oh, you're right.
And
let's see if I can find it. Hang on. We had too many reveals, guys. I am not. Oh, I did not add them to the slides. Oh,
that's okay. The photos are on our social media. We posted photos of them a while ago. But yeah, three of the 4, because one's a redeco, so we didn't have test shots of it. But yeah, 3 of the 4 were shown off at PowerCon, and if you look at our social media, you can see those. They look great. They feel great. Very pleased with how Wave 2 of Saurozoic is coming.
Yeah, they look awesome. Let's see. And also, before we move on, Trina, they're so excited for the new Knights. Will they be getting any new Knight blanks like previously released Black and Ruby Red?
We are actually working out some next blanks and accessory packs because we're running low across the board. So if you have a need for accessory sets, we're like less than 100 pieces of nearly everything. So I would recommend getting them now, but we are looking to run some refreshes of the favorites and some brand new stuff that we have not done before. So that stuff will probably be announced not too long from now.
Yeah, we're going to be giving off a lot of news. Let's jump to the next one, which was La Borinquena. Eric, we showed off the test shots.
Yeah, we have the test shots in hand. These figures are fantastic. They're 6-inch scale. But don't be surprised when Luz and La Borinquena are not as tall as Captain America, because they are not as tall as Captain America. They're both short characters, so they got a shorter body frame. But that was on purpose. La Borinquena here. I mean, these figures are so nice. The detail, like just the crazy detail in her hair and stuff like that. This guy, I think he's going to be pretty popular. La Gorgola, he's, got giant wings, so he's just cool. Characters with wings are cool. And of course, Oro, who's like nice and gold. And this is something that I'm not sure has been really talked about too much, but the posts in his helmet come out and go together to form a staff.
I don't think I knew that, Eric. That's pretty cool.
It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm super excited to get these out and going. The costumes are great. The characters are great. The comics, if you haven't read them, look them up and get yourself a set, because they are so worth reading and they're so good.
And those are like ultra articulated and super fun.
Oh yeah, they're on par with, I think they're about identical to our Lucha Libre figures.
The premium ones?
Yeah, the premium Lucha Libre figures. They've got the shoulder butterflies. They do have a sphere joint in the ankle instead of the cut at the calf, but it creates the same articulation point. And just the sculpts are so nice, and they're such great superhero sculpts and looks and costumes. So I'm super excited about these.
Awesome.
We didn't really talk about it at PowerCon, but we are also doing an I Am Brilliance version of La Borinquena for any of you with children or doll collectors. So she's part of our I Am Brilliance action doll line.
And she's really cool.
We had not announced that one yet. So Trina just did a world drop.
That's what I'm here for.
So yeah, super fun stuff coming on La Borinquena. We can't wait to show you the deco on these, because it's pretty freaking cool.
Their decos are really cool. Yeah, lots of metallics and transparent parts and stuff. Like Luz has her like powered up head where her hands and her hair are transparent blue, and it's very cool.
It's really neat. Cool. Well, let's jump to the next thing, because we have a ton more to cover here. And I know there's also a bunch of questions we're going to go back and answer. We had another brand new first look at something, which was the Epic hacks. So our 6-inch hacks, male and female blanks. Andrew, you want to talk about these?
Yeah, they are male and female 6-inch blanks. So yeah, Epic hacks, is sort of the branch of the hacks line for the 1/12 or 6-inch scale. We've already done the skeletons, and many of you already have the wave 1 of the 6-inch skeletons in hand. And then this is sort of the continuation of that, which is moving into some other figures in that 6-inch scale. The male and female blanks, of course, are relatively free of detailing, sort of your basic superhero-esque body. And yeah, we're really excited. They're super crazy articulated. They're gonna have some of that hacks interchangeability because the build's a little different. It won't be all the same as we've offered on 4-inch, but we think you'll like it. So these guys are still a little early in development. They're an item for next year. But yeah, you can see these are some early prints of the work in progress sculpts.
Reminder for our hacks fans too, we are moving into 6-inch. We are not abandoning 4-inch.
Yes.
We are running the two lines, what makes sense in 4-inch, what makes sense as 6-inch, what makes sense in both. We will not be abandoning you who started with the 4-inch and love our 4-inch line.
Yeah. Great question from good old Patty about the colors for the 6-inch blanks. Honestly, that has not yet been determined. So we're gonna see what makes sense. Maybe we'll come out of the gate with kind of a primer gray. Maybe we'll do some flesh tones. The decision honestly hasn't been made yet. We're still working on it. So.
Oh, we got to vote for bio blue. Some really, really fun stuff here. Let's see. Ryan is asking, is there any new Fraggle Rock stuff? Well, we just showed off the Wave 1 kind of test shots. Andrew, do you want to just give a hint at what's coming soon for Fraggle Rock? Because that'll be a whole separate thing.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have the test shots for Fraggle Rock Wave 1 in hand. Yeah, Wave 2, we're getting pretty close to putting those up for pre-order. So it'll be soon.
Very soon, actually. I think you guys will be really excited because my favorite Fraggle Rock character is in Wave 2. And I won't say who.
You can say, because he's the one we've shown.
Oh, we did show him. You are correct. Sprocket.
Yes.
He's my favorite.
The Sprocket figure is amazing, as are all the others in the wave. Yeah.
Very exciting. All right, I am going to jump to the Epic Skeletons reveal that we had at PowerCon. So those are deco shots of Wave 2. Oh my God, that luchador, he is brilliant.
The Screaming Skullhead, I don't know, Tony made it upsetting when he sculpted it. It bothers me.
These guys are so fun. And because we're at deco shots, we're nearing a full production run soon. So we're probably talking early next year for having those in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't remember where they are on the schedule, but they're coming soon. And pre-orders of those are already up. So if you have not pre-ordered your Wave 2 of Epic Hack Skeletons, I assure you want to, because they are crazy stupid fun.
They really are.
I mean, look at all the armor on the Roman guy. Look at that.
So Lewis here is saying Court of the Dead needs lots of info, and that is correct. I'm going to jump to another reveal from PowerCon, which was the Wave 2. These were test shots that we showed off, but you've also since received some deco that you're working through, Trina?
I did. I actually just in the mail from the factory got some decos, the first round of decos. So I haven't made comments on these, but they are looking so good. I do have some comments to make them even better, like we always do, but I'm pretty pleased with them so far.
These are really amazing. The detail, like when you see them up close and personal, guys, the view for PowerCon with us, I'm sure you saw the crazy detail that's sculpted into these figures. Let's see. And then the next one, big reveal. I think this is the last big reveal from PowerCon. Court of the Dead 6-inch figures. Trina, what do you want to drop here?
I mean, you just dropped it. That's really it. These are earlier in development than the wave 2 of the 4 inches. These haven't been sent to the factory at all, so they've got a little time, but they are looking so good. They're so good.
We get lots of excitement for that.
Have we talked about the fact that the 6-inch Court of the Dead is going to be 6-inch Hax compatible?
Oh yeah, all of the Court of the Dead are Hax compatible, 4 or 6-inch. I actually had that in my brain to mention and forgot. Also, Demethyl comes with a cloth cape. Death is going to have a cloth cape. Here it's sculpted for visual, but it will be a cloth cape.
It does look a little like he's pointing and blaming, doesn't it, Stitch? Let's see. Rod says he got here a little late. Did he miss the 4-inch news? I can go back one slide for that one. So Rod, if you go back into the live stream, you can kind of hear how we talked about where these are, and we just are starting to get some deco on these, which is exciting. But the 6-inch is super, super exciting. We've got Ralph saying, what? Yeah. Oh my goodness. So those are the big reveals that we had. Just going back through some additional questions. Let's see. I know I just saw a bunch.
I think Trina has something she wants to talk about as she was waving it around.
Oh, right. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when I have way too much. I'm going to take down the slide so that Trina can show on images. Dr. Stone.
So I don't have any images of these right now because the licensor is pretty picky about what we show and when we show it, but we do have these are almost done. These are being packaged at the factory, and they are amazing for all of you anime collectors. Got Senku, got Gen and his Senku Cola, Chrome. These are fully articulated, fully posable. Kohaku. And they have some of the most adorable little accessories you've ever seen. Little ramen bowls, little test tubes, little cola bottles, gas masks, all sorts of craziness. If you like Dr. Stone, like anime, highly recommend you pick these up sooner rather than later.
They're really neat. I had forgotten because they weren't on the slides.
Don't sleep on those Dr. Stone figures. They are
brilliant.
Incredible.
That little ramen bowl, Trina, I think that's my favorite accessory we've ever done.
It just got better and better at every stage in development. Like everybody, the input, the sculpt, the deco, everybody fell in love with it and put so much detail. Like I can't even show you, like every egg yolk is painted. It's got like glossy soup in it. It's ridiculous. It's got more deco than any of the figures. So
it's insane.
Michelle's asking a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry? Oh, Michelle's asking a question on the pre-order date for the second wave of Strawberry. And I think we are just waiting for one more licensor comment, Michelle, and then we'll be able to put those up very, very soon within the next week or two. So they just have one more thing to approve for me and then we can do it.
Absolutely. And if you guys joined a little late, we did kind of do a real fast recap from the Strawberry Boss Fight Live, but definitely go back and rewatch that if you were a Strawberry fan. Lots and lots of fun reveals in that Boss Fight Live from a few days ago. Let's see. Ryan is saying he just went back searching for the Sprocket post and can't find him. I think we dropped that in the Boss Fight Live from...
It was earlier this year.
Yeah.
Anniversary?
I want to say
Yeah,
February. Yeah.
I don't think we showed him though. We just showed like part of him, or
Yeah.
We showed a teaser of the sculpt.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't
so
shown
we're gonna fully show off Wave 2 very soon. I think
soon.
the Fraggle fans will be happy. I was gonna say that I saw a couple questions about Popeye a bit ago, and so I'll give a quick update on Popeye. Popeye Wave 1 and 2, Popeye Classics Wave 1 and 2 are in stock. You can order those right now if you don't have them yet. Wave 3 is coming. I'm not 100% on the timing on that, but it should be soon. They are in terms of pre-production development, they are mostly done. So those will be soon. We do have one other Popeye thing, which we're not going to show off yet, but I could probably announce it now.
Do it.
Yeah.
Trina casually just showed a figure we hadn't talked about yet. So
yeah,
go for it.
Yeah. So Power Stars Wave 2 is a bit of a departure. Power Stars Wave 2 is going to be Popeye. And the interesting thing about this is they are going to be based on the iconic animated short, Popeye the Sailor meets Sindbad the Sailor. So that'll separate them a bit from our predominantly comic themed Popeye Classics line with the extensive articulation accessories. The Power Stars are simpler, more retro styling with 7 points of articulation. And the Power Stars Popeye look amazing, and we will be showing those off soon.
Real soon.
Yeah.
Real quick, Joseph O'Hara was asking about hero hacks.
Yes.
And just as an overarching announcement on hero hacks, earlier we said that Zorro Wave 2 and the Zorro the Gay Blade pack just arrived in the warehouse, and we'll start shipping them in the next week or so. Phantom Wave 2 with the Pirate Phantom and the Sing Pirate, they are in production and will be here as soon as they can be. But we don't have an exact date on that. We do have another wave of Zorro planned, and we also have some other stuff planned that we have not announced at all in any way, shape, or form. So Hero Hacks is still around. It's just we apologize about the gap in between some waves there, but it is still here and kicking.
Absolutely. And I had seen a few questions about the Phantom that we were going to come back to at the end. So you just answered it, and that's perfect. Let's see. Justin had asked MLW progress updates, Legends of Lucha Libre updates. We had talked earlier briefly about Fanaticos Wave 2 and then do a whole separate boss fight wrestling, but do you want to do a high level, Eric?
Yeah. MLW, I have gotten deco samples and review samples, engineering samples for MLW Wave 1 Premium. Those have all been approved, so we are now moving forward on those. Packaging is approved. It's gorgeous. I'm really excited for people to see the MLW packaging. It's really nice. The belt set, which might be one of my favorite things in the world right now, is fantastic. I actually just have a few of them right here. Actually, I've just approved the updated deco with the nice crisp clean lines and the new lighter wash, so there's a little bit more gold on it. And so yeah, that's moving forward. Wave 1 of Fusion is almost ready to go up for pre-order, and Wave 3 of Premium Legends of Lucha Libre is almost ready to go up for pre-order. We're just nailing out a couple of final things on both of those before they go up.
So yeah, tons of wrestling news.
There'll be a lot to talk about later on. So when we do a full wrestling lucha update.
Absolutely, lots and lots of fun there. Let's see. We've got a couple questions about the next wave of fantasy hacks. Eric, I know we've talked briefly about this before.
Yeah. So we have Wave 7. The first 2 figures in Wave 7 are up for pre-order now. And that's the Knight Leonidas and the Coleoptera. The other 2 figures will go up for pre-order soon. They are all being made at the same time. We just had a bit of a slowdown and haven't wanted to show the other 2 at the moment, but they are both looking fantastic now. So those will that's Wave 7. And then after Wave 7, we'll begin work on Wave 8. And Wave 8 is the four all new body types. 2 dwarves, a halfling, and a giant orc. So I think people will be really excited about that wave.
Yeah, and if you joined us a little bit late, we also announced that the Lord of Asperity, which we have not pre-ordered, is going up Wednesday at 4 p.m. And he'll be delivered alongside the other knights. So that was exciting hacks news as well. Let's see. New blanks. Trina, you touched on that. They're definitely coming. Lots of accessories coming as well. And let's see. Kenneth is saying the Lord of Asperity looks so much cooler in person. Really awesome.
It's awesome. Go ahead.
Oh, I just said we won't let you guys down. Have faith.
No. Trust us. When we put eyeballs back in something, we do it for a reason.
They're really, really neat. Oh my God. I love that figure.
I personally find a skull much creepier if it still has gushy eyeballs moving around inside of it. So
I gotta say I got to play with that Lord of Asperity sample the other day when we were taking some photos, and it's awesome. Like that skull head with the eyeballs is creepy as hell. It's very
it's so weird.
It's great. I'm seeing a bunch more questions on the 6-inch Epic hacks as well. So lots of questions on future plans. Are we seeing some favorite characters coming through?
Yeah. So the Epic hack stuff is going to be a bit of a mix between sort of upsizing, upgrading some existing designs, and then there'll be some brand new ones in there as well. So some of your favorites, and then some brand new characters and concepts is what we'll be doing in Epic hacks. With the blanks, I'm trying to think what else is relevant here. So they'll all come with multiple heads that you can interchange. There'll be like some masked heads and some different sort of ethnic heads and stuff like that. There'll be different hands, different feet. So believe me, those blanks are going to be fully loaded and, just awesome for customizing into some of your whatever characters you want to make in 6-inch. Original characters, your favorite character that somebody else won't make,
I see Rod and Jimbo are asking about Swagger Block and the space theme.
Yes.
For Vitruvian hacks. And so after Wave 8, Vitruvian hacks is canceled. No, it's not.
Why did you do that, Eric?
That's
someone's gonna take that seriously.
No. It is not canceled, definitely. It is, but it is changing to not each wave or we won't dive into a theme for like 2 years or 3 years long anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to mix the themes together, and it'll change its name to Vitruvian Hacks Timelines. And we're going to kind of upgrade the packaging. We're going to upgrade the look. We're going to shift around. And basically each wave will have, usually it's kind of the plan, at least currently, and this may change, but like the plan is like, we'll have 2 fantasy, 2 space, 2 pirate, 2 Greek, 2 like, but each wave will still be 4 figures, and it'll be 2 and 2, like kind of paired off. As we kind of start jumping around, we're going to start including the crew, the time traveling crew, as well as other characters coming back, like favorite characters, Stonefist, and other things happening and stuff like that. So yeah, we're really excited. I'm really excited about mixing up the waves and kind of starting to jump around, because then we can start playing in all the different pools that we wanted to jump in.
It really gives us some flexibility, because being stuck, I mean, fantasy, for example, we could make fantasy for another 5 years and people would still buy it, but we're excited to move to other things as well. So it gives us the flexibility to move to those other things and still come back to Greek and fantasy and hop around as we see fit.
Yeah, I was really excited to jump back into Greek a little bit with the 10th anniversary. I wasn't expecting to enjoy going back into that as much as I did.
Right, and the epic hacks are those aren't themed waves either. Those are all mixed up. So
yeah, and we're seeing lots more questions about any additional things you can spoil for Red Sonja, Andrew.
Yeah, all I can say for now is it's right now there is 1 6-inch figure in development. Like I said, hacks compatible. And it's going to be amazing. Just have to wait and see until we get a little closer on that one, because it's still early days.
It's very early days on that one, but we're seeing lots and lots of Red Sonja love. So we'll do a whole boss fight live on Red Sonja when it's time.
Oh, we did get, for the Hero Hacks fans, we actually just got a message from Ryan, our project manager, who's watching, saying that anyone who wants this info, Phantom Wave 2 around Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
That is very excellent.
Good to know everybody else is watching too. Not just taking the night off.
Right? Let's see. Approximately when will they hear more news about epic hacks, Andrew?
When I have time to finish it. No, I'm trying to think. So we're sort of in preliminary design now. The blanks will be first. The male and female blanks will be first. And then the other figures, it'll be sometime next year. I can't do better than that right now.
My guess is a lot of things are going to kind of coalesce at the same time. We've got accessory sets that we're talking about. We've got Wave 8 and then Vitruvian Timelines. We've got Epic Hacks. My guess is in the not so far future, we'll have a hacks-based live that will talk about a lot of things at once.
Absolutely. Let's see. Here's a really good general question. How do you guys pick your licenses?
Out of a hat. Out of this hat.
It really depends. Sometimes it's a license we really want, or we see that nobody's making. Other times the licensor comes to us and we're like, you know what, Jim Henson, we would like to make some Fraggles. Thank you very much. But then, like, each of us have our favorite brands. So we kind of lightly, when we think there's room, go after them. So it's really a combination of the two, and all the partners sit down and talk about what we think is actually worth it, what's sellable, what we have time for. And
yeah,
I don't know, there's not really an answer to that question, because it's happened a lot of different ways depending on the brand.
Yeah, I mean, it is honestly, it is both very simple and very complex. It is, do we like it? Would people want to buy toys of it? and is it available for a price we can afford? You know?
Yep.
So that's pretty much, those are the basics.
Yeah, super, super fun licenses coming though. Red Sonja was recently announced, and then there's some more that might show up next year, things that are early stage.
Some stuff that's really going to surprise you, I'll tell you that.
Pretty great. And we're getting some requests for more Saurozoic warriors. Andrew's working on those.
Yeah, so again, with Saurozoic Warriors, Wave 1 is in stock now. Wave 2 is in progress. Wave 3, we're getting close on. And then anything after that is a little further away.
Oh, goodness. Well, this was a lot of info that we just shared.
Can I answer one more question on there? Somebody just asked about Wave 2 of Dr. Stone.
Sure.
Wave 2 of Dr. Stone is in development as well as a fun vehicle/prop, but that licensor is very unique. They will not allow us to talk about what's upcoming until things are final all the way through packaging. So things are being made. You'll be excited about the figures. Unfortunately, until it's to that stage, we're not allowed to show pictures. We're not allowed to talk about development. So we promise it's coming. We would love to talk about it, but we're not allowed to.
Different licensors have different conditions on how you can, show their stuff, roll out info about it, etc. And so that, that affects how frequent updates might be, stuff like that.
Absolutely. But oh my goodness, guys, we just spewed a lot of information out. My brain is broken. I don't know about you guys. Let's see if I can do this recap correctly, and you guys keep me honest. So very early on, we did a quick recap of Strawberry Shortcake. Wave 1 is in stock and shipping. Pre-orders are all done. Our warehouse smells amazing. We even teased the next wave. Zorro is just arriving and shipping out. Fanaticos Wave 2 is just arriving and about to ship out. Power Stars blanks are on the water. Doozer is on the water. Lots on the water. Red Sonja, we had teased lightly, still very early stages. And then from our PowerCon, our updates included, let's see, Fraggle Rock, we showed off the Wave 1 test shots in hand. We showed off deco samples of the 10th anniversary, and Eric held up some Greek to the camera. We talked about Lubber in Kenya and the test shots that we showed off at PowerCon, as well as Trina casually dropping that there was a Brilliance doll in her hand. We showed off the Epic Hacks blanks, and then we talked about the Epic Skeleton deco samples. We talked about Court of the Dead Wave 2 test shots. Trina held up some very early deco samples that we just got literally today. And we talked about the 6-inch Court of the Dead. And she held up some Dr. Stone figures that are in production that we will be showing off as soon as we're allowed to. And we announced that the Lord of Asperity was going up for pre-order Wednesday at 4 p.m. What did I forget, guys? Because I know I did.
I don't know. That's most of it.
Okay, real quick. Viper 9, yes to Series Z when it goes to timelines. And Indigo, yes to vehicles. Stay tuned.
Good way to close out. Oh, and Andrew dropped casually that Power Stars Wave 2 is Popeye. I forgot about that one. See, I knew I forgot.
Yeah, you guys, all the Popeye fanboys are going to lose it when they see these. They are different from Popeye Classics, different scale, different articulation, but I think you'll really like them.
Really, really fun. Okay, I am going to close out this Boss Fight Live because my brain cannot handle you guys dropping any more casual news right now. We will have so many more Boss Fight lives coming. I know Eric and I are talking about dates for a potential wrestling one. There's a lot more coming as we have more reveals for things. And a ton of pre-orders will be dropping in the next month. So hope you all have a great day. This was a really fun one. Thank you, Andrew, Eric, and Katrina. Although I don't think anyone thanks you, Eric, for the heart attack that you gave everybody when you like casually joked that we were dropping hacks, which we are not. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk soon.